Welcome back to Local Motors. I'm Matt Rivet. This is Alex Victor. Here to talk about your weekly update on our products, what's moving up, what's being voted forward in our product meetings. This week, not a whole lot of new ideas getting pushed through. We need some more votes. We need you guys to go on there, log on, sign in so you can vote ideas up and add them to our weekly product matrix. Also, if you have new ideas, put those on there and get your friends to come up and vote those up. One thing we did talk about this week was the Cruiser. We're about this close to being done with the gas Cruiser, so I'm going to let Alex go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of setbacks during the process as we get down to the wire here with various machine breakages and whatnot, but everything is running smoothly now. So probably today we should be officially releasing the Cruiser over to production so that they can start building it. Right behind us here is actually one of the early prototypes that we made for SEMA of last year. The new one is actually in the loud side of R&D getting built up right now. But we've got the tank on, we've got the engine on, we've got the gas side drive on, we've got all of the front end constructed, the fenders on. We're really, honestly, just waiting for a few components that had to be water jet out for the pedal functionality on it, and then we're going to pass it over. So we'll let you guys know when that actually goes across, but we're excited to have that happen today.
Okay, so that's cool. Cruiser's a great product. Can't wait to see it in the shop. Should be there very shortly. Another item that came up that's very exciting. A lot of people here at Local Motors are very excited about it. I'm sure you as a community, when you find out about it, are going to be excited. And that is our track toy / street car. So recently we voted a track toy / street car up into the feasibility stage, and Alex and his team went through, did an engineering development session on it, determining what we can and how we can do it, and create a new track toy or streetcar platform that come off the same chassis. So I'll let Alex go ahead and start talking about that.
Yeah, so we over the years there's been tons of discussion about wanting to do a streetcar as Local Motors' next car, and most of it has centered around either something that would be aggressive for the track or something that was a sports car for the street. And we'd seen so much interest around both of them, we decided we wanted to take on, kind of inspired by projects or ideas such as modular sports cars or multi-body sports cars or that type of thing. We were going to try and take them on both in the same meal. So we had a brainstorming session around that and looked into what it would take to actually do a sports car platform that would not only be on the sort of Ariel Atom Expo side of things, but then also be on the side of some of the streetcar handling legends like Miatas and Lotus and other offerings like that. So we were trying to do kind of a study of not only the geometry differences between the two, analyzing where driver H points were, etc., but then also what the difference would be in terms of construction to see how we could both have a very, very affordable track toy platform in a stripped down fashion where you're minus the bodywork, minus doors, really out there for you to have fun on a Sunday, but then also have it translate over into a streetcar option where you could purchase it in the kit where you could take it around on the street, you'd have AC, you'd have audio, you'd have more of the creature comforts you'd come to expect from such a thing. So again, that's in the feasibility stage right now. We've just got done through that dev session, which means that in the next week or so, that's going to come up for a vote to go into prototyping. So this is a big deal. We've all got our fingers crossed that it's actually going to go through. If you have any thoughts of it on it, continue to post ideas and thoughts up on the website. You can find some of the ideas that relate to it. We'll definitely be watching as we come up to that event, I guess is what you would want to call it, because it's pretty big over here.
Yeah, that's definitely really exciting for Local Motors to be possibly putting out a new car here in the next year or so. I mean, that's super exciting. One thing, speaking of new cars, I see a lot of action over here in the LM Lab space. Can you explain what's going on over here?
So if you want to follow us over here, we're in the final hours essentially of, we've got our DDM, the 3D printed car test mule coming together here. So you guys saw a post earlier when we got our first large-scale 3D printed Nada chassis delivered, and over the past couple of weeks they've finalized the subframes that are mounting all of the old Twizy hardware. You can see one of the Twizies over there that we stripped down to get the running gear essentially for this car. Last night we had it actually up and spinning its drive wheels, and today it, as you can see, sitting on all four wheels by itself and hasn't broken in half yet. So the hope is in the next little bit we'll have it doing both of those things at once and out in the parking lot. So we'll be doing a blog post shortly on that. So if you're interested, stay tuned and check it out when it takes its first drive through the facility.